Watch as Del Toro tells Harry to his face, confess your evil deeds against veterans at ESPY Awards. The 2024 ESPY Awards was set to be a night of celebration and sportsmanship, but it quickly turned into a dramatic confrontation that captivated audiences worldwide. As Prince Harry, the patron of the Invictus Games, took the stage to present an award, he was met with an unexpected and decidedly unwelcome guest. But before we continue, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for updates. Sergeant Ricardo Del Toro, a decorated veteran and former participant in the Invictus Games, strode onto the stage, his face etched with a mix of anger and determination. The crowd fell silent, unsure of what was about to unfold. Prince Harry, Del Toro began, his voice resonating through the stunned auditorium. You have the nerve to stand here tonight, honoured and applauded, when you've repeatedly turned your back on the very veterans that you claim to support. The accusation hung in the air, tension palpable as Prince Harry stood speechless, taken aback by this unexpected confrontation. Del Toro continued, his words laced with a lifetime of frustration. You made grand promises about the Invictus Games, about honouring the service and sacrifice of wounded, injured, and sick military personnel. But time and again you failed us, failed to secure the funding, the resources, and the support that these games so desperately need. The audience murmured some nodding in agreement, others visibly uncomfortable with the public display of discord. These games were a lifeline for so many of us, Del Toro went on, his voice wavering with emotion. They give us purpose, a sense of community, and the chance to reclaim our lives. But you, with your wealth and influence, have allowed them to wither, leaving us to fend for ourselves. Prince Harry opened his mouth to respond, but Del Toro raised a hand, silencing him. No, you will listen, you will hear the truth of what your neglect has done. The sergeant's eyes glistened with unshed tears, and for a moment the audience was transfixed, the weight of his words palpable. And now you have the audacity to stand here to bask in the accolades when you've betrayed the very essence of what the Invictus Games should represent. I demand that you confess your sins, your failures to these veterans, to the world. Only then can you begin to make amends. The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by the occasional sniffle from the audience. Prince Harry, once the picture of composure, now seemed visibly shaken, his regal demeanour crumbling under the weight of Del Toro's accusations. He paused, taking a deep breath, before continuing. I made promises that I couldn't keep, and I allowed my own priorities to take precedence over the needs of those that I swore to support. I failed you, and I failed the entire Invictus community. Prince Harry turned to face the audience, his eyes filled with remorse. I stand before you today ready to take responsibility for my shortcomings. I'll do whatever it takes to make amends to ensure the Invictus Games have the support and funding that they require. This is a personal failure, and I vow to do better, to be the advocate and champion that these veterans deserve. The audience erupted in a mixture of applause and murmurs, some visibly moved by the prince's public admission of guilt, others still sceptical of his sincerity. With that, Del Toro stepped off the stage, leaving Prince Harry to face the aftermath of his confrontation alone. The moment had been a stark reminder that the price of neglect can be high, and that true leadership requires more than just noble intentions. It demands unwavering commitment and accountability. As the ESPY Awards continued, the shadow of this extraordinary event lingered, a testament to the power of one man's voice to challenge the status quo and hold even the most prominent figures accountable. The world watched, waiting to see if Prince Harry would truly make good on his pledge to champion the Invictus Games and the veterans who rely on them.